What's the most dangerous animal on Earth? A lion? A shark? Maybe even a snake? Wrong. The truth is, the most dangerous killers are smaller than your fingernail. Some insects don't just sting, they melt your skin. Some swarm in billions and strip entire nations of food. And some are so deadly, humans have even weaponized them in war. This is the countdown of the 10 deadliest insects you never want to meet. Number 10, locusts. Picture this. You wake up one morning and the sky itself looks like it's moving. Billions of wings, billions of mouths. Locusts aren't just grasshoppers. When droughts end with sudden rains, they transform. Their colors, their brains, even their behavior shifts. They become social swarmers, marching armies of insects. A single swarm can stretch over 400 square miles and eat more than 400 million pounds of crops in a single day. That's enough to starve millions of people. For centuries, locust plagues have devastated Africa, the Middle East, and Asia. Ancient civilizations feared them as punishments from the gods. But the truth is, they're simply nature at its hungriest. And the scariest part? Locust plagues can last for years. When these insects arrive, it's not just crops that vanish, it's survival itself. Number 9, blister beetles. Most beetles scuttle away harmlessly, but not this one. The blister beetle doesn't sting, it doesn't bite, it burns. Touching one releases a chemical called cantharidin, a blistering agent so strong it can boil your skin alive. The result? Painful welts and peeling flesh. But that's not the worst of it. When blister beetles infest hay, horses that eat it can suffer organ failure, gastrointestinal collapse, and death. Farmers fear them not only for their skin-melting venom, but for the livestock deaths they leave behind. And disturbingly, humans once used cantharidin as an aphrodisiac called Spanish fly, but too much and it's lethal. A beetle barely bigger than a paperclip carries enough chemical warfare to kill a horse and leave you blistered for weeks. Number 8, fire ants. You're walking barefoot through the park. You step on a small dirt mound. Suddenly, your skin feels like it's on fire. Fire ants don't just bite, they swarm. When their nest is disturbed, hundreds of ants attack at once, injecting venom that burns like acid. Painful blisters form. The itching lasts for days. For most, it's agony. But for allergic victims, especially children, the reaction can spiral into anaphylactic shock. And yes, that can kill. Originally from South America, fire ants have spread across the United States, China, and Australia, hitchhiking on cargo. Today, they thrive worldwide, turning quiet lawns into death traps. One misstep and you're swarmed by thousands of stingers that won't stop until your skin feels scorched. Number 7, Africanized honeybees. Bees are supposed to make honey. These ones make headlines. In the 1950s, scientists in Brazil tried breeding African honeybees with European bees to create the ultimate honey producer. But the experiment backfired. The result? The Africanized honeybee, better known as the killer bee. Unlike normal bees, these hybrids are hyper-aggressive. They defend their hives at the slightest disturbance, attacking in swarms of thousands. And once they start, they won't stop. They'll chase a victim for hundreds of yards. Their venom isn't stronger than a normal bee's, but the sheer number of stings overwhelms the body. Victims suffer venom overload, allergic reactions, and sometimes death. From Brazil, killer bees spread across South and Central America, and even into the southern United States. Created by human hands, they've become one of nature's deadliest mistakes. Number 6, Asian giant hornets. 2 inches long, jaws like shark fins, and a sting that feels like molten metal inside your skin. This is the Asian giant hornet, infamous as the murder hornet. With their massive mandibles, they decapitate honeybees by the thousands. Just a few hornets can wipe out an entire hive in hours, leaving behind a massacre of headless bees. Their venom packs a neurotoxin so painful, survivors describe it as red-hot nails driving into their flesh. multiple stings can lead to organ failure and death, especially for those allergic to wasps. Worse, these hornets have been spotted in North America, likely smuggled in through shipping containers. And our native bees? They have no defense. It's not just humans at risk, it's our food supply. If murder hornets establish themselves, global pollination could collapse. This insect isn't just deadly, it's an ecological nightmare. Number 5, fleas. They're tiny, they jump, and they nearly destroyed Europe. In the 14th century, fleas carried the Black Death, the bubonic plague that wiped out a quarter of Europe's population. Tens of millions dead, all from parasites riding on rats. But the story doesn't end in the Middle Ages. During World War II, Japan's military weaponized plague-infected fleas, dropping them from planes over Chinese cities. Yes, fleas were literally used as bombs. Even today, fleas transmit diseases like typhus and parasitic tapeworms to humans and pets alike. They may seem like a nuisance on your dog, but history shows fleas are among the most efficient killers the world has ever known. Number 4, assassin caterpillars. A caterpillar. Soft, fuzzy, harmless. Right? Wronged. Meet Linomia obliqua, the assassin caterpillar of South America. It looks like a leaf, camouflaged, harmless. But brush against its hairy bristles and you've just triggered a slow-motion death sentence. The venom causes disseminated intravascular coagulation. Your blood starts clotting uncontrollably inside your veins. Organs shut down. Internal bleeding begins. Victims vomit, collapse, and in many cases, die. Brazilian hospitals keep antivenom on hand specifically for this caterpillar. It's considered the most venomous caterpillar on Earth. A few inches long, hiding in plain sight, and capable of turning your own blood against you. Number 3, kissing bugs. Sounds cute, but this kiss can kill. Kissing bugs feed at night, often around the lips or eyes of sleeping humans. Their bite isn't the real danger. It's what they do after. They defecate in the wound. And that's how they transmit the parasite that causes Chagas disease. Early symptoms look mild: fever, fatigue, body aches. But years later, Chagas reveals its true horror. It attacks the heart, the digestive system, and it kills, slowly, painfully, inevitably. Right now, more than 6 million people live with Chagas. Around 10,000 die every year. One little kiss can ruin a life forever. Number 2, tsetse flies. In Africa, the deadliest killer isn't a lion on the savannah. It's a fly the size of your thumbnail. The tsetse fly spreads African sleeping sickness, a parasitic disease that, without treatment, has a near 100% fatality rate. It starts with fever and headaches. Then confusion. Then sensory overload, where light and sound become unbearable. Finally, coma and death. The disease also devastates livestock, crippling agriculture and economies across sub-Saharan Africa. Governments fight back with traps, pesticides, and even sterile fly release programs, but the battle is far from over. One tiny bite, and your body begins shutting down. Number 1, mosquitoes. And finally, the most dangerous animal on Earth. Not snakes, not sharks, not lions. Mosquitoes. These tiny insects kill more humans than every predator combined. They transmit malaria, dengue, Zika, yellow fever, and more. Malaria alone killed nearly 70,000 people in 2021. There are over 3,500 mosquito species across the globe. They breed in stagnant water, reproduce at lightning speed, and adapt to almost any environment. Control measures, bed nets, insecticides, and even genetically modified mosquitoes have saved millions, but the battle is ongoing. Everywhere on Earth, from jungles to cities, mosquitoes are waiting, and they've been humanity's deadliest enemy for thousands of years. From caterpillars that bleed you from the inside, to hornets that decapitate bees, to mosquitoes that kill more humans than war itself. These are the 10 deadliest insects on Earth. They may be small, but they prove one terrifying truth: size doesn't matter. Which of these gave you chills? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more shocking true stories, don't forget to like and subscribe.